from a business owner's perspective, we like to think that the more information we provide a consumer, the easier it is for them to make a decision. But what I hear you saying is sometimes that's just not right. Sometimes the more information we provide to a consumer, the more difficult it makes for them to make a decision.
Absolutely. And to give you an example, or to give you a sort of an illustration of the problems that can come about as a result of this, when people have more choice and when they are aware that there's more choice, they tend to feel less good about what they've chosen, which in many ways is counterintuitive. We would think consciously as we walk into a store, I want a big choice, I want lots of options. But in fact, what we end up doing is feeling at an unconscious level, we don't necessarily rationalize it this way, that perhaps one of those other choices was a better one. And choice itself, which is a fascinating area to get into, but is a kind of complex equation that's a byproduct of both the number of things and, as you suggest, the number of things you choose to tell a customer about it. And of course, as experts, as the small business expert, we know our product inside out. We know all the little details. We live with it all the time. We're aware of all the nuances and we regard them all as important. But from a consumer point of view, this is quite often sometimes fresh information, and at the very least you need to give them a series of steps so they can access things one point at a time and make simple, easy choices from a few things and work down a hierarchy that way if they're going to feel good and not do what they'll sometimes do when they feel overwhelmed, which is just simply to walk away. But they'll justify that to themselves as, oh, I didn't want to buy it today, or I couldn't really get the one I wanted. But the reality is you just haven't given them an environment in which they feel they can make a choice.
Yeah, because consumers don't like to say to themselves, I just can't make a decision here. I'm not prepared to make a decision, so they make up excuses for themselves and rationalize it in their own mind why they didn't purchase anything.
Exactly. I mean, there's one example, great example in the book, which came from one of my clients, a big electrical retailer in the UK. They did a study, asked people when they were leaving, why didn't you buy anything today? And everyone gave their reasons. And largely they boiled down to, you didn't have what I wanted. And unfortunately, my client is of a somewhat skeptical frame of mind, like me. And so he set up some more questions that asked people as they went in, what have you come to buy? And guess what? People hadn't got a fixed idea about what they wanted to buy. But when they left, they hadn't bought anything. Now, what they were saying was, you didn't have what I wanted. What they really meant was, you didn't influence me to want something badly enough. But as you say, none of us would ever say that.